No, that's my phone. We're nothing for them. Oh, no. Okay, cool, perfect, thank you. He should be on his way shortly.
All right, your boss. Yeah. Oh, there's somebody here. What's the first one?
Hey,
Okay.
have you already done the signature for the other?
Nice one, you was. Got it. You have another one?
Yeah.
Oh, probation violation. All right. So then TV, you can just probably write somewhere down.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, you can do TV, then you can do the case number.
Okay,
And
all right.
put it,
right.
so TV,
Okay.
case number, and you could put case number on the NB circle. Yeah. All right.
Thank you. Please be seated.
They don't do drugs.
That's fine.
Fine.
Yeah, okay. We probably have for probation.
And Mr. Fernandez, are you our interpreter today?
That is correct, Your Honor. Good afternoon. This is Lázaro Fernandez, court interpreter.
Thank you. And I do believe we only have one matter listed as needing your services today. Before we get started, can you go ahead and do a general announcement to the gallery to see if anybody else needs your help?
Of course, Your Honor, it will be my pleasure. Muy buenas tardes. ¿Se encuentra alguien presente el día de hoy que requiere de los servicios del intérprete judicial?
All right, looks like we just have the one individual who does have the headset, I believe, already on. And Mr. Fernandez, do you have the victim's rights advisement in Spanish, or do you need me to break that up?
Your Honor, I do have it. If I could just have a second, I actually have it here. Let me just access it, and I'll tell you should have it in just a couple of seconds. I have it right in front of me. So, and we're going to be reading the victim advisement, interpreting that to this defendant.
Correct, yes.
Okay, I have him on the line. I can do it simultaneously. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon. This is the time for the 2 p.m. calendar and initial appearance court on June 1st, 2026. The court's orders to the taking of DNA and fingerprints made on the first calendar of this month will apply to all hearings on this calendar. Before we begin, I am going to read the victim's rights advisement. You are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court. You are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. I will call each of you up to the podium one at a time. Please listen for your name. I'm then going to announce whoever is up next. Please sit in the chair that's right outside of the courtroom. I'll let you know what you've been arrested for, what your next court dates are, and any release conditions that I am ordering today. Let's begin with Gabriel Valencia to the podium and Joseph Estrada to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Gabriel Navarrete Valencia, 18 de diciembre de 1996.
Gabriel Navarrete Valencia, December 18, 1996.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, and dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on June 16th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 18th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court date. I'm also ordering that you not possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that information will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then hand the officer your headset. And Mr. Fernandez, thank you so much for being available. Since that was our only one, feel free to disconnect at any time.
Thank you, Honor. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you as well. Joseph Estrada to the podium and Leslie Gilliam to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Joseph Estrada, 9/21/98.
Thank you. We are
Good
here today on a
afternoon.
Superior Court new case. We are here today on an allegation of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, which is a Class 4 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on June 8th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 10th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. We're also here today on a Term 1 probation violation warrant. I will appoint you an attorney in that case as well and set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on June 8th at 8:30, also in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to set a secured bond in your new case in the amount of $50,000. However, I am holding you non-bondable as a part of your probation violation. Talk with your attorney. Your attorney can ask for your release at the next hearing, but don't post bond on your new case since I am holding you non-bondable on your probation violation. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yes. There's no way we could just run them concurrent? I mean,
So that's more of a question for your attorney. We're not determining any guilt or innocence today, so you do still have rights moving forward. In terms of whether you'll be placed on probation continuously with your other probation matters, that's more of an issue to bring up at your next court dates. Talk with your attorney about that.
what about pretrial services?
I'm not releasing you to pretrial services today.
Can I request for a speedy trial?
You can, and I'm setting your next court date. So your next court date's going to be on the 8th. That's in 7 days.
Let's see, back up to the left.
Leslie Gilliam to the podium and Esteban Acevedo to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Yes, I am the all caps Leslie Sharon of the Gilliam family.
Thank you. And is your date of birth July 3rd, 1963?
Yes.
Thank you. We are here today on an out-of-county warrant out of the Flagstaff Justice Court. It is a warrant for a case involving theft of means of transportation and 2 different counts of forgery. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in the Flagstaff Justice Court if one has not already been appointed. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Flagstaff Justice Court on June 4th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to affirm the bond requested in the Flagstaff Justice Court case. That's a $50,000 secured bond. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not have contact with any listed victim, complainant, or witness, no possessor or consuming any drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that information will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Mhm.
All right, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Esteban Acevedo to the podium and Erica Rodriguez to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Esteban Molina, 8/22/1997.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of 4 counts of aggravated assault, Class 3 felonies, and 3 counts of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, Class 4 felonies. I will find probable cause as to these allegations, and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on June 8th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 10th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $50,000. If you do post bond, you can be released, but I'm also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any listed victim, complainant, or witness, no possessing any weapons, and no drugs without a valid prescription. All that information will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Erica Rodriguez to the podium, and Patrick Owusu to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Erica Rodriguez, 10/23/79.
Thank you. We are here today on 3 different cases, a Superior Court new case, and then 2 arrest warrants. On your new case, you were arrested on allegations of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument, Class 3 felony, and disorderly conduct, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable causes to those allegations. On your first arrest warrant, you were charged with 1 count of dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, from an incident in April of 2025. And then on your second Superior Court arrest warrant, you were charged with 1 count of dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, 1 count of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and then 2 different counts of driving under the influence, both Class 1 misdemeanors, from an incident in March of 2025. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in all 3 of these cases. I am going to set a status conference in the downtown Superior Court on June 8th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 10th at 8:30. Those locations and days and times will be in your paperwork. That'll be on all 3 cases. I am going to issue a secured bond in your new case in the amount of $25,000, setting a secured bond in the amount of $2,000 on your first arrest warrant, and a secured bond in the amount of $500 on your second arrest warrant. That's a total bond today of $27,500. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any listed victim, complainant, or witness,
Can I get a
no
victim name?
weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. Finally, I'm also ordering, should you post those bonds, that you be supervised by pretrial services and that they install an ankle monitor on you prior to your release. All of what I just reviewed with you on all 3 cases will be in your paperwork. Did you have a question?
I do.
Go ahead.
The charges that you said I had the warrant for, is it possible that you guys have already charged someone else for those that was in the vehicle with me? Because that's what happened, I think.
So if you have any questions about the original allegations against you, that'll be something you'll have to bring up with your attorney.
Okay.
The issue right now is there is a valid warrant for your arrest on those charges. In terms of the validity of those charges or whether the state can proceed forward on that, that's something you should talk with your attorney. You do have the ability to fight those allegations all the way through a trial, should you choose to do so.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Patrick Owusu to the podium. And Shantia Davis to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Patrick Owusu, 3rd June 2004.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of unlawful imprisonment, which is a Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on June 8th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 10th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $5,000. If you do post bond, I am ordering pretrial services supervision and an electronic monitor to be installed prior to your release. I'm also ordering that you not have contact with any listed victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. All that information will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Excuse me, sir, can you please repeat that again?
Sure. So you're arrested on new charges of unlawful imprisonment. I'm going to give you an attorney and I'm going to set new court dates. What I'm ordering today is before you can be released, you have to post a bond of $5,000. That's a secured bond. That does mean you can go through a bonding company or you can post that entire amount yourself. If you go through a bonding company, they typically require 10% plus collateral. So that's $500 plus some sort of property like a house or a car that you'll have to use as collateral. They'll give you more information on that process when you get over to processing. Do you have any other questions? Sir, do you have any other questions?
I have a clinical shift today, and I thought I was gonna make it, but I have a clinical shift at the hospital today, and I thought I was gonna make it. So I just. You said unlawful imprisonment?
Correct.
And the bond is set to be $5,000.
Correct. Any other questions? Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Shantia Davis to the podium. And Annalicia Campas to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Shantia Davis, of birth, that was 1986.
Thank you. We are here today on the Superior Court new case and then 2 probation violations for violating term 1. On your new case, you were arrested on allegations of forgery with a written instrument, class 4 felony, criminal impersonation, class 6 felony, patient or client referral fraud, class 6 felony, false reporting to law enforcement, class 1 misdemeanor, and obstruction, class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable causes to these allegations, and I will appoint you an attorney on all 3 cases. I am setting a status conference on June 8th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 10th at 8:30 in your new case. And then I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on June 8th at 8:30 in your probation violation cases. That's all going to be in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $2,500 on your new case and then $250 on each probation violation. So you have a total bond of $3,000. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any listed victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Did you have a question?
Is there any way I can be released on my own recognizance? Because I do have atrial fibrillation, and it has been acting up while I've been here. No one.
So you will have medical coverage while you're in custody, but I'm not going to release you on your own recognizance today. There are about 15 different factors that I have to consider when setting release conditions. What I'm mostly concerned about right now are you are currently on probation for allegations or for convictions of criminal forgery.
Yeah.
You're now in front of me on new allegations of criminal forgery.
Yeah.
So I'm concerned that you were already convicted and are on probation for almost identical charges than what you're being brought in front of me today. These charges have not been proven. You do have the ability to fight those all the way through a trial, but one of the things that I have to take in consideration is the nature of those allegations. So I am going to set bond.
Okay, and how much was it again?
It's a total bond of $3,000 between the 3 cases.
Okay, thank you.
Grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
And is it secured or?
Secured. And Alicia Campas to the podium and Pablo Garcia to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Annalicia Cruz Campas Alcantar, July 6, 1986.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 10 and 15 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on June 8th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond of the warrant. It's a $750 secured appearance bond.
Okay.
If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you have to contact probation within 72 hours of your release.
Okay.
All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Pablo Garcia to the podium. And Andrew Cadera to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Pablo Garcia, 06/15/2003.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on June 8th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond of the warrant. It's a $250 secured appearance bond. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork and have a seat. Andrew Cadera to the podium. And then Amber Heedy to the chair, please. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Andrew Cadera, 08-2401.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of theft, control of stolen property, Class 5 felony, and resisting arrest, passive resistance, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on June 16th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 18th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services today. You will get an envelope with your paperwork that has details on pretrial release. Make sure that you read through that. I'm also going to order as a part of your release that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any listed victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, and no drugs without a valid prescription. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
So you said pretrial services. So is that like OR or what is that?
It's similar, but you still have to report to pretrial services. She'll be
Okay.
processed for release today, but you have to contact them. The information will be in the envelope that you get.
Similar to probation, kind of. I have to reach out to them.
Similar in that regard, yes, but it's a
Okay.
little bit different. All the details of pretrial release will be listed for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Now,
Thank you, Your
now
Honor.
that to your left and have a seat. Amber Heedy to the podium. Ms. Heedy, good afternoon. We're here today on two different cases. May I have your name and your date of birth?
All caps, it's Amber, A-M-B-E-R, and then the last name's Hedy, H-E-A-D-Y.
Thank you. We are here today on two matters, what's called a fugitive of justice case. That's an out-of-state warrant out of Missouri. And then we also have you here today on new criminal allegations out of Maricopa County for allegations of dangerous drug possession, which is a Class 4 felony. I will find probable cause on those new allegations in Maricopa County, and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on June 8th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 10th at 8:30. That'll both be in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond in your new case in Maricopa County in the amount of $250. We're also here today on that failure to appear warrant out of Missouri. You do have a couple of different options in terms of what we do on that case today. Missouri has indicated that they do want you back on this case. So you can either have an extradition hearing to determine whether you are extraditable back to Missouri, or you can waive that process. If we set a hearing, an extradition hearing, I will set that hearing in the downtown Superior Court on June 15th at 1:30 p.m. Because extradition matters are civil in nature, that does require that the governor of Missouri and the governor of Arizona get together to produce what's called a governor's warrant. That whole process is civil in nature, and so I cannot appoint you an attorney to represent you, but you do have the right to hire one at your own expense if you choose. That whole process could take up to 90 days to allow time for the paperwork in Missouri and Arizona to be put together to see whether you are extraditable. During that time frame, I am going to affirm the bond in this case. It's a $5,000 secured appearance bond that Missouri was requesting. If you post that bond, you can be released back into the community, but you do still have to go to all of your extradition hearings. If you miss one of those hearings, another warrant out of Arizona would likely be issued for your arrest.
Yes, sir.
And the alternative, if you don't want to go through that whole process, you can waive your right to that process, and we do a waiver today. And that in that case, you would be held in the Maricopa County Jail for a period of up to 30 days to allow time for Missouri to come and get you. That time actually would not begin until the conclusion of your new case in Maricopa County. So during that whole time, you would be held non-bondable, but after the conclusion of your new case in Maricopa County, it would be a 30-day clock would begin until Missouri would have to come and get you. So because you have that ongoing criminal case now in Maricopa County, I'm inclined just to set an extradition matter, but you do have the right to waive if that's what you'd like to do.
So I am very confused, sir.
Sure.
I'm sorry to say that I didn't know I had a court hearing in Missouri. I know I owe money to my probation because this was in 2021, but I didn't know I had a court appearance there, and so that I didn't know. But as far as like I don't know what to choose. I don't know I need to be home with my kids and stuff, and I don't know I've never missed court ever before. And I'll go to my court hearing.
So really the decision is up to you. Whichever we do, you have to make that, and I can't make that decision for you. What I will say though, if you do want to be able to be released, I would go ahead and set a hearing in the downtown Superior Court to determine whether you are extraditable. And that proceeding, you would have bond on both of your cases, so you could post bond and be released. If we do the waiver today, you're actually held non-bondable, so you would not be able to be released.
I want to be bondable.
Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and set that hearing in the downtown Superior Court on June 15th at 1:30 p.m. in your fugitive of justice case. And then you have that status conference on your new criminal case. That's going to be on June 8th. Your total bond between the two cases will be $5,250.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I don't know how to get a hold. My ex-husband wanted to make sure that the bond amount was correct, and everything. There was no extra fees included. Sure. I don't know how to get a hold of him.
So you're going to be taken away from my courtroom, and they're going to take you over to processing, where you will have access to a phone to dial whoever you need to dial. In terms of any phone numbers or anything, you'll have to ask the detention officers to see what you'll have access to.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Grab your paperwork to your left. The rest of your release paper or release information will be in there.
We'll bring it out to you.
And then we will have to clear the courtroom for the last two. First number is 9 and 10, and then 31 and 32. They're both listed as house calls. Number 9 was listed as bizarre behavior, and number 31 was listed as refusing orders. Based on those reports, I will find that they are a danger to themselves or others if they were brought to court, so I will conduct their initial appearances at their cell. For numbers 9 and 10, we're here for Brandon Speck on 2 probation violation warrants for violating terms 3 and 5. I will appoint an attorney on both cases, set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on June 8th at 8:30, and I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $750 on the first case and $1,000 on the second case. For numbers 31 and 32, Richard Jamie, we're here today on a failure to appear bench warrant out of the Maricopa County Superior Court, and then a warrant out of the South Mountain Justice Court. I will appoint an attorney on both of these cases. I'm setting an arraignment hearing in the South Mountain Justice Court on June 4th at 8:30, and then I am setting a status conference on June 8th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 10th at 8:30 in the Superior Court case. I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $1,000 on the Superior Court case and a bond in the amount of $300 on the Justice Court case. I will conduct each of these initial appearances at their cell and provide them with a written copy. If I do need to make any modifications or changes, I'll do so either on the record or in writing. Is the gallery now clear? Except for Mr. Valdez and Mr. Packard? Okay. Leonard Valdez to the podium, and then Christian Packard to the chair, please. Good afternoon, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Leonard Valdez, 41380.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 6, 12, 15, and 21 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on June 8th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $25,000. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not have possession of any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
25,000?
Correct.
That'd be 2,500 and then collateral as well, right?
That's correct, yes.
And because I was told $500 bail, but now I'm thinking different, but.
So the warrant itself did list a bond of $500. However, I'm looking at your probation violation petition, and the allegations in that petition are extremely serious. I'm also looking at your most updated notes from your probation officer. I'm very concerned about the danger to the community aspect and the fact that you have allegedly not complied with your probation for quite some time. So I am setting it at $25,000.
And that's for the not being accepted into group therapy, right?
So the petition to revoke your probation states term 6 that you did not report as directed on October 11th, 2023, January 2nd, 2024, and September 10th, 2024. Term 12, that you possessed or used illegal or controlled substances. Term 15, that you did not pay your probation service fees. Term 16, that you consumed or possessed a substance containing alcohol. And then term 21, that without prior approval of adult probation, that you initiated contact with a child under the age of 18. So talk with your attorney about those allegations. They are just allegations that you violated your probation at this point in time. You do have the ability to contest those allegations, but talk with your attorney about what those options are.
Okay, so I'm getting an appointed one, or can I still have my same one that?
So I'm appointing you one. It'll be through the public defender's office. Did you hire one last time?
Yeah, I had a paid attorney,
Okay. So
Josephine.
you're more than able to hire your own attorney if you'd like. I do just want to make sure you at least have an attorney, so I will appoint one. If you end up hiring one yourself, they'll do what's called a notice of appearance. That'll override my appointment, and they will be your attorney of record.
Okay, so I'll stay here until next Monday then, because I probably most likely.
Unless you post that bond. That's
Yeah, I
correct.
probably won't get posted up, so. Okay,
All right, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Christian Packard to the podium. Good afternoon. May I have your name and date of birth?
Christian Packer, and date of birth is 09/23/2004.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of failing to register as a sex offender, which is a Class 4 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on June 8th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 10th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $2,500. If you do post bond, I'm also ordering pretrial services supervision and an electronic monitor to be installed prior to your release. I'm also ordering that you not possess any weapons, no drugs on a valid prescription, and no contacting the arresting officers.
Okay.
All that information will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, so I never had bond before, so how does that work? Like, do I pay or does anybody pay? Or?
So anybody can pay that on your behalf. You can also pay that on your own behalf. You do have to post that entire amount, which is $2,500. And the alternative, you can also go through a bonding company. Typically, they will require 10% plus collateral, and then they'll post the bond on your behalf. So that would be $250 from you or one of your friends or family, and with some sort of collateral being like a car, a house, some sort of property to go with it.
So then if I don't pay the bond, like what happens is?
So if you do not pay the bond, then it's possible that you'll, if you don't pay the bond to be released, then you will stay in custody.
Until my
Your
next court
next
date?
hearing, which is the 8th.
The 8th, okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, that's it.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. That does conclude all of the matters that are on the 2 p.m. calendar. We will stand in recess until 5 p.m.
you're ready. Okay. Then what was the reason for the house call?
You know what, that person is not a house call anymore, the person, they were actually in processing. Well,
Number 42. Fernando Vigil.
Vigil,
Vigil.
so he's here. I went and got him, he was in processing, he had already had court.
Okay, so no longer a house.
No longer,
Okay, and to get off.
but he also doesn't, he was also wondering, well, he'll get it straight out. He was also wondering who was that court there. I get this time, but I told him, I said, this, they'll get it straight out.
Okay, then here's that.
Okay. Are you helping?
Huh?
Are you helping me?
Yeah.
It's crazy. This is been a crazy day already.
It is like moving fast. It's not like here. They're ready. In one. Situation, situation. You took the name of one. Breathing. When it becomes very something that, please can you please, not do that, please. You're in court. When I said, they're not understand that it comes right out, and it's really not awesome. It does not say anything, please, all good. All right? Then, sir.
Thank you. You may be seated. Okay. This is the 5 p.m. initial appearance calendar for June the 1st of 2026. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar date of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. I will now read the victim's rights advisement. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present in court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing your loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here today for an initial appearance calendar. What that means is that you're going to hear a little bit more about the allegations against you, whether or not you've been appointed counsel, your court dates, and your release conditions. As I call you up, please approach the podium that is in the center of the courtroom here. If you are next, please sit in the chair that is next to the front door of the gallery right over there. Let's get started with number 36 on our calendar. Luis Cañas to the podium, please. Number 47 on the calendar, Cody Thompson to the chair, please. Good evening, Mr. Cañas. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Luis David Cañas, 12/18/1983.
Thank you, sir. We're here today on a new case from the Maricopa County Superior Court. There is one charge alleged of criminal trespass in the first degree, which is a Class 6 felony, for which I did find probable cause. I'm appointing counsel through the Public Defender's Office to represent you and setting 2 court dates for you on June the 8th of 2026 and June the 10th of 2026. On the 8th, there are 2 separate hearings. The first is at 8:30 a.m. for a status conference, the second at 1:30 p.m. for an evidentiary hearing. On the 10th, the hearing is at 8:30 in the morning for a preliminary hearing. All of those are at the downtown Superior Court complex. Sir, because there's an allegation that a new felony offense was committed while out on felony release, I'm unable to admit you to bail at this time. Therefore, I'm ordering that you be held without bail pending your evidentiary hearing on the 8th, sir. Do you have any questions?
I got kids I got to take care of, and I have an apartment. I'm saying I work. I'm saying I got a job, and I really got to take care of the things I got going on at home. Is there any way I can just get bail? I mean, I have, like I said, I got to take care of it. I'm the one that does it. I'm saying.
Understood, sir, and thank you very much for your input and for your question. At this time, because there is an allegation that a new felony offense was committed while out on felony release, Arizona law prohibits me from giving you bail. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't do that at this time. So please do talk to counsel about how you want to approach the evidentiary hearing on the 8th, because that's what that evidentiary hearing is going to be about, whether or not you get bail.
And what is a new case? So okay, I understand.
All right, thank you, sir. Number 47 on the calendar, Cody Thompson to the podium, please. Number 37 on the calendar, John Melendez to the chair, please. And good evening, Mr. Thompson. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Cody Thompson, 4/27/89.
Thank you. We're here today on a probation violation warrant dated November the 6th of 2015. The Adult Probation Department alleges that you have violated terms 6, 7, and 21 of probation, noting 2 prior reinstatements and past reinstatement to intensive probation. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you and setting a combined probation revocation arraignment hearing and disposition hearing for June the 8th of 2026. That's at 8:30 in the morning at the downtown Superior Court complex. At this time, I'm ordering that you be held without bail pursuant to Arizona Rule of Criminal Procedure 7.2C. Do you have any questions, sir?
I'm being held for June 8th.
At least until that date, sir, yes.
There's no bail?
Correct, I'm denying bail.
Nothing else.
Anything else, sir?
No.
Thank you very much. You may step to your left. Number 37 on the calendar, John Melendez to the podium, please. Number 41 on the calendar, Danica Mays to the chair, please. I don't think John Melendez is in here. He's not here? Was he one of our? Yeah. We might have moved him from the 8 o'clock.
She can go and find out if he's in.
And yeah, I think that might have been one of our moves from the 8 o'clock. Because of the computer issue earlier today, we've been kind of migrating hearings back and forth. So, okay, well, what's that?
No, this was he moved to the 8 o'clock?
No, it's possible we may have moved him from the 8 o'clock to this calendar.
Okay.
Can we check to see?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. I can go forward with number 41, Danica Mays, to the podium, please. Number 32, Michael Bergstrom, to the chair, please. And good evening, Ms. Mays. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Danica, mine is 12/1994.
Okay, Maya. All right, thank you.
Mine is same thing.
Understood. All right, thank you. This is a new case from Maricopa County Superior Court. There are 5 charges alleged. The first, possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 2 felony, for sale, a Class 2 felony. Second, possession of narcotic drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony. Third, possession of a weapon by a prohibited person or misconduct involving weapons, a Class 4 felony. Fourth, possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. Finally, 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. I did determine probable cause, and I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You have 2 court dates coming up. The first is a status conference on June the 8th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the downtown Superior Court complex. The second is a preliminary hearing on June the 10th of 2026 at 8:30 a.m. at the downtown Superior Court complex. Ma'am, under the Arizona Constitution, you are eligible for bail. Therefore, I'm setting your bail at $5,000 and as a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, you'll be released. If you are released, I'm ordering pretrial supervision to the pretrial services agency with mandatory drug testing and monitoring. Additionally, if you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. Do you have any questions for me?
No question, just a comment maybe. They didn't find any drugs or weapon on me.
Understood, ma'am. I did read the arrest narrative. So if you have questions or issues with the underlying allegations on this case, I did appoint counsel. So please do talk to counsel if you have questions about that. Anything
Okay.
further?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. You may step to your left. Number 32 on the calendar, Michael Bergstrom, to the podium, please. Do we have Melendez yet? Not yet. Okay, that's fine. All right. Good evening, Mr. Bergstrom. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Michael Bergstrom, 9280.
Thank you. We're here today on a grand jury warrant dated April the 20th of 2026. This means that a grand jury has found probable cause to hand down an indictment accusing you of 5 counts of theft of means of transportation, a Class 3 felony alleged on or about November the 7th of 2025. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you and setting an arraignment hearing for June the 9th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the downtown Superior Court complex. Sir, under the Arizona Constitution, you are eligible for bail. Therefore, I'm setting your bail at $10,000. That is a secured appearance bond. It's noted that's affirming the amount already set in the grand jury warrant. Did you have a question, sir?
I did. I was talking to my lawyer because I was confused because these charges, when I was brought here in November, I had, I think, 5, 6 charges. These same charges were among those. I was given a bond of $26,000 because of these charges. And then I posted bond. After I had left, the state dropped the charges. And then I think a month or 2 went by, they brought them back. So it's confusing because for these same charges, I was already released on bond and paid a $26,000 bond.
Sounds like you may have some questions as to the charging decision on this case, sir. That's really a question for between yourself and counsel. That's an issue for another day.
No, I know. I'm just saying, but he told me to speak to you and tell you that I've already paid a bond for these charges back in November. If the state didn't drop them and then bring them back, I wouldn't even be here today.
If you wish to seek review of these release conditions based on what you're telling me, sir, you may do so by motion, but that'll be also an issue for another day, sir.
I'm already out on $26,000. I can't. It took a month to get that when I was here last.
Understood, sir.
Can you? I'm always in contact with my PO. I have an ankle monitor. If they wanted to serve me, they could have. I don't know when this gentleman came to my home to try to serve me. That's what I was told that this was all for. I appeared at court this morning. I wish they would have just served me there. I've always been available, but I just started a new job and I've been doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing.
As I have mentioned, sir. Please.
But can you?
Sure. Just a moment.
Sorry.
As I have mentioned, the release conditions on this case, I'm not inclined to revisit them at this time. If you wish to seek review of the release conditions, you may do so, but that will be by motion, and that's an issue for another day. All right?
The bond it can't be lowered either?
As I have mentioned, sir, I'm
Sorry.
not inclined to do that.
Okay,
Thank you very much. You may step to your left.
okay, thank you.
Number 34 and 35 on the calendar. Ariana Victorian to the podium, please. Number 33, James Philby to the chair, please. And good evening, Ms. Victorian. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Ariana Lynn Victorian, 1/14/99.
Thank you very much. We're here today on two cases. Both of these are probation violation warrants from Maricopa County Superior Court. The Adult Probation Department has alleged that you have violated terms 3, 5, and 7 of probation and petitions to revoke your probation. I'm appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you in setting a combined probation revocation arraignment and disposition hearing for June the 8th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the Downtown Superior Court Complex. I'm also setting bail in the amount of $250 per case for a grand total of $500. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, you'll be released. If you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol, contact probation within 72 hours of being released. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders that you're about to receive, and this is a reprint on 3. Do you have any questions for me?
No,
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Number 33 on the calendar, James Philby to the podium, please. Number 40 on the calendar, Miguel Mendoza to the chair, please. And good evening, Mr. Philby. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
James William Phillips, sir, 12/30/65.
Thank you, sir. We're here today on a probation violation warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court. The Adult Probation Department alleges that you have violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 15 of probation in a petition to revoke your probation. I'm appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you in setting a combined non-witness violation and disposition hearing for June the 8th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the Downtown Superior Court Complex. I'm setting bail in the amount of $600. If you post bail, sir, you'll be released. If you are released, do not return to the scene of any alleged crime. Do not possess any weapons. Do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription. Do not possess or consume any alcohol. Contact your probation officer within 72 hours of being released. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive, sir. Do you have any questions?
No.
Thank you very much. Number 37, John Melendez to the podium, please. Number 40 on the calendar, Miguel Mendoza to the chair, please. Good evening, Mr. Melendez. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
John Michael Melendez,
And what's your birthday, sir?
11/24/1962.
Thank you, sir. We're here today on an out-of-county warrant from the Coconino County Superior Court. This appears to be on account of dangerous drugs categorized as a probation violation. I'm ordering that counsel be appointed to represent you at the next hearing, which is an arraignment on June the 4th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the Coconino County Superior Court. What was your question, sir?
I was in rehab at that time.
Understood, sir.
And
Sir, I'm setting your bail at $10,000.
And I'm willing to go back to my rehab.
Just a moment, please,
If I
sir.
could, please.
Just a moment, please, sir. As I said, I'm setting your bail at $10,000. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, sir, you'll be released, subject to release conditions, including do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. If you wish to seek modification, this may go to your question. If you wish to seek modification of these release conditions, you may do so by motion, but that will be an issue for another day. Do you have any other questions, sir? Thank you very much. You may step to your left.
Thank you.
Number 40 on the calendar, Miguel Mendoza to the podium, please. Number 44, Haley Town to the chair, please. Good evening, Mr. Mendoza. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Miguel Angel Mendoza, 10/19/99.
Thank you. We're here today on a probation violation warrant from Maricopa County Superior Court. The Adult Probation Department alleges that you have violated terms 3 and 5 of probation and a petition to revoke your probation. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you in setting a combined probation revocation arraignment and disposition hearing for June the 8th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the downtown Superior Court complex. I'm setting your bail at $200. That is a secured appearance bond if you post bond to be released. If you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol, contact your probation officer within 72 hours of being released. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. Do you have any questions for me? Thank you very much. Please step to your left. Number 44 on the calendar, Haley Town, to the podium, please. Number 39 on the calendar, Angelo Dominique, to the chair, please. And good evening, Ms. Town. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Haley Town, 10/29/1999.
Thank you. We're here today on a bench warrant or a failure to appear warrant out of Maricopa County Superior Court. Warrants dated March the 11th of 2026. I'm affirming the appointment of your existing counsel and setting two court dates for you. The first is a status conference on June the 8th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning. The second is a preliminary hearing on June the 10th of 2026, also at 8:30 in the morning at the downtown Superior Court complex. I'm setting your bail at $500. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, you'll be released. If you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. Do you have any questions for me?
It's one of the paraphernalia charged. Didn't the judge here drop that one? Last time I was here, it's on there still. I don't know anything about that.
So please do talk to counsel about the charging in this case.
Okay.
So
No worries.
that's a question best suited for counsel, ma'am.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure. But thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
That's all. Thank you.
Number 39 on the calendar, Angelo Dominique, to the podium, please. Number 38, Augustine Navarez Jr., to the chair, please. And good evening, Mr. Dominique. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Angelo Dominique, 09/17/2004.
Thank you, sir. We're here today on a probation violation warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court. The Adult Probation Department alleges that you have violated term 1 of probation in a petition to revoke your probation. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you and setting a probation revocation arraignment and disposition hearing for June the 8th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the downtown Superior Court complex. At this time, I'm setting your bail at $600. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, sir, you'll be released. If you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Contact your probation officer within 72 hours of being released. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive, sir. Do you have any questions?
Yes, sir. 600 secure, so that's cash or 10%?
$600 secured appearance bond, so it enables you to work with a bail bonding agency if you wish to do so. Often that involves going part of the bail yourself, part of the bail by the bail bonding agency. The exact proportion I'm going to leave for a conversation between yourself and a bail bonding agency if you wish to do that. I take no position on whether or not you should, but that's up to you, sir.
Yes,
Any other questions, sir?
No, sir.
All right, thank you very much. You can step to your left. Number 38 on the calendar, Augustin Navarez Jr. to the podium, please. Number 49, April Armendariz to the chair, please. And good evening, Mr. Navarez. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Agustin Navarez,
And what's your birthday?
5/31/90.
Thank you, sir. We're here today on a probation violation warrant from Maricopa County Superior Court. The Adult Probation Department has filed a petition to revoke your probation, alleging that you have violated terms 3 and 5 of probation. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you in setting a combined probation revocation arraignment and disposition hearing for June the 8th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the downtown Superior Court complex. I am setting your bail at $100. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, sir, you'll be released. Subject to release conditions, including do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release.
Yes, I'm
Other
gonna get
release
released
conditions
today.
will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. Did you have a question for me, sir?
I'm gonna get released today.
If you post bail, you'll be released. If you do not post bail, you'll be held in custody pending your court date, sir.
Friend, but I don't got nothing right now.
Well, if you post bail, sir, that's $100. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post that, you'll be released. If you wish to seek review of these release conditions, you may do so by motion, but that will be an issue for another day, sir. Any other questions?
No, so I got released today?
If you post bail, sir, you'll be released. So I'm holding you on bail. So if you post bail, you'll be released. If you do not, you'll remain in custody.
I don't have money.
Understood, sir. If you wish to seek review, as I mentioned, you may seek review by motion, but that's an issue for another day. Thank you, sir. You may step to your left. Number 49 on the calendar, April Armendariz to the podium, please. Number 48 on the calendar, Nadia Kroll to the chair, please. And good evening, Ms. Armendariz. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
It's April Armendariz, 11/30/78.
Thank you very much. We're here today on a municipal court warrant from the Goodyear Municipal Court. The date of the warrant is from December the 29th of 2023. This appears to be a probation violation warrant. I am ordering that counsel be appointed to represent you. This is a reprint at the next hearing, which is an arraignment on June the 10th of 2026 at 8:30 a.m. I'm setting your bail at $500. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, you'll be released, ma'am, subject to release conditions, which include do not have any victim contact, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders that you're about to receive. And that's another reprint, sorry. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Please step to your left.
Thank
So it's 48. In fact, let me just check the other ones. So it's 45. Okay. Number 15 on the calendar, Nadia Kroll to the podium, please. Number 16 and 46 on the calendar, James Souza to the chair, please. And good evening, Ms. Kroll. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Hi, my name is Nadia Kroll. My birthday is July 31st, 2000.
Thank you very much. We're here today on a Justice Court warrant from the Santan Justice Court. The date of the warrant is from May the 9th of 2026. This is marked as a failure to appear. I'm ordering that counsel be appointed to represent you at your next court date, which is an arraignment on June the 4th of 2026. That's at 8:30 in the morning at the Santan Justice Court. I'm setting your bail at $680. That's 680. That's a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, you'll be released, subject to release conditions, including do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders that you're about to receive. Do you have any questions for me?
Nope.
Thank you very much. You may step to your left. We'll get new release conditions out to you. Oh, yes. It is signed. Numbers 16 and 46 on the calendar, James Souza to the podium, please. And number 42 and 43 on the calendar, Fernando Vigil to the chair, please. And good evening, Mr. Souza. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
James Souza, 2/21/1982.
Thank you, sir. We're here today on two cases. The first is a Justice Court warrant from the East Mesa Justice Court. This appears to be a failure to appear warrant dated March the 10th of 2026 on a driving with suspended license charge. I'm ordering that counsel be appointed to represent you at the next hearing at East Mesa Justice Court. That's an arraignment on June the 4th of 2026, 8:30 a.m.
Okay.
As to the other matter, this is a family court warrant. This is a child support arrest warrant. The purge amount is $1,500. Please note on this matter, I'm unable to appoint counsel given the civil nature of the case.
Right.
You may retain counsel at your own expense if you wish to do so. If you pay the purge amount, you'll be released. Your next court date on the family court matter is June the 4th of 2026 at 10 o'clock in the morning. I understand that you can't be at two places at once, so it is your responsibility to contact the appropriate court to inform them of any needs to modify the scheduling orders as necessary. Additional release conditions on the Justice Court matter, sir, for which I'm setting bail in the amount of $500, will be in your release orders. Do you have any questions?
Yes, sir. No, I don't.
Thank you very much.
All righty. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
All right, let's just catch up real quick.
Those are called and.
Okay, so this is new paperwork.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's take a quick pause just to catch up a little bit. All right, and just for the clarity, in case people had questions, it's just I'm taking off the DNA testing requirements off of the release orders because they're misdemeanor matters. So that's the only difference.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's move forward with numbers 42 and 43 on the calendar. Fernando Vigil to the podium, please. And good evening, Mr. Vigil. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Yes, my name is Fernando, last name Vigil, date of birth June 6, 1988.
All right, Vigil, thank you very much. We're here today on two matters. The first is an out-of-county warrant from the Verde Valley Justice Court. The second is also an out-of-county warrant from Verde Valley Justice Court. The first is a bench warrant dated March the 23rd of 2026 on a criminal damage matter. The second is a bench warrant dated the same date on a driving with suspended license matter. I'm ordering that counsel be appointed to represent you at the next hearing at Verde Valley Justice Court, which is June the 4th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning for both cases. I'm also setting bail in the amount of $500 for both cases for a grand total of $1,000. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bonds, you'll be released subject to release conditions, including do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol, do not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. Do you have any questions, sir?
Yes, sir. On those two charges that today is my first time ever being aware of those. And number two is when I had previously got those charges, I was homeless at the time, and like I am now. And so I never knew about no court date or nothing. And I've been trying to contact Yavapai County to take care of this matter. And it's like, I can't reach nobody and they can't reach me. And like I said before, I'm not using that as an excuse because it is my responsibility. But I haven't been in trouble, and this is my first time ever even hearing about this. And all I did was went to go do my check-in. Next thing I know, I'm being arrested for misdemeanor warrant from another county that I haven't been to in over a year and 7 months that they waited to give me a warrant. So I don't know what's going on.
Understood, sir. You'll notice that I did appoint counsel for the purpose of bond on both of these cases. So please do direct your questions regarding bail eligibility and the bond levels that have been set to counsel. I'm not inclined to revisit the bail determination at this point. If you wish to seek review of the release conditions, you may do so, but that will be by motion, and that's an issue for another day, sir. Do you have any other questions, sir?
Because I have one more. And then my second thing is, when they do get me there and I see the judge, whatever over there, my question is, my family is here. So when I get released from over there, I have no way to get back to my family out here. So when they did that to me, I mean, like, they want me to take care of things, but they're not giving me the chance to notify my family. That's my main concern is I have nothing in Yavapai County. This is all me out here in Phoenix. So like, me getting released over there is one thing, but me getting back home is another. And I'm homeless, so like.
If you wish to use the phone system to notify your family, sir, you may do so. Please talk to your detention officer for details on how to use the phone system while in custody, if you are in custody. Likewise, if you need to make arrangements for transportation or for any other matters after disposition of these cases, please do talk to counsel or please do talk to the Justice Court for further information on how to make those arrangements.
And
Any
you
other
said,
questions, sir?
Yes, one more. When you said the date was June 4th?
June 4th, 2026, 8:30 a.m., Verde Valley Justice Court, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. That brings us to the end of the 5 p.m. initial appearance calendar for June the 1st of 2026. We will stand in recess.
You have all the misdemeanors in the courtroom?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Any Spanish speakers?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, the interpreter can feel free to leave. Sir, what's your name?
Thank you, Your Honor. Interpreter.
Sir, what's your name? Sir, sorry, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Isidro Jermaine Garcia, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. Mr. Garcia, this is the time set for your arraignment. For your initial appearance, sorry. Got my wires crossed. Time set for your initial appearance. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire an attorney, sir. In this case, sir, I am seeing you on city court charges for theft, DV disorderly conduct, and DV criminal trespass, sir. I'm going to appoint the city public defender's office to represent you, sir. Hold you on a $1,000 cash or secured bond. Set court in front of Judge Million for June 10th at 9 a.m. and order no contact with the victim and do not go to their residence or workplace. I'm also going to consolidate these new charges with CM 240444795 and 2404547, as well as a long form that was sent to the jail. Enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf, sir. And with that, sir, you are excused.
Just for the record to be stated, I know these are new charges and so forth. No, I know I'm allowed to speak, miss. And so I was served on a restraining order, and I know you just said have no contact with the victim, but on the restraining order it states that I am allowed to have contact with the victim, that the victim is in agreement with that due to discuss about my daughters.
All right.
So I just want that to be stated for the record, please.
So, sir, we have two different matters then. One judge has issued an order of protection. Then you have criminal charges. Now, on the criminal case, the court has now ordered you to have no contact. So you can't have contact. However, you are going to see a judge on June 10th. And at that time, you can discuss with Judge Million whether or not she's going to change this no contact order to allow contact for the sake of your child.
Okay, I got you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Your excuse, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, miss.
Your Honor, jail here.
Yeah.
Would it be possible to leave Bird Justin and McLean Micah for the end because they are currently not down here yet?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time set for your initial appearance. We're going to go over your charges as well as your conditions of release. Before we do that, you are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be used against you. You have the right to hire an attorney. In some instances, the court might appoint you an attorney. When you come before me, I'll let you know. Last, before I go over your charges and conditions of release, know that I've reviewed information from law enforcement as well as pretrial services if they spoke to you. Are you Mr. Jose Lopez?
Yes.
Mr. Lopez, I'm seeing you on 2 Oro Valley cases and 1 Pima County Justice Court case. These are all failure to appear on prior charges. Let me start with the first Oro Valley case. This is a failure to appear on displaying a fictitious plate. Sir, on this case, I'm going to hold you on a $500 cash or secured bond. Set court for June 3rd at 10:30 a.m. in Oro Valley City Court, and appoint Richard Glenn to represent you on these charges, sir. On the second Oro Valley case, sir, this is a failure to appear for driving on a suspended license. Again, $500 cash or secured bond, appointing Richard Glenn and setting court for June 3rd at 10:30 a.m. On the Justice Court case, sir, this is also driving on a suspended license. Again, $500 bond, setting court for June 2nd at 1 p.m. in front of Judge Judge Foster. And I'm going to appoint Peter Gutierrez to represent you on these charges, sir. And with that, sir, you are excused. Your name, please, ma'am.
Savannah Stapleman.
All right, Ms. Stapleman, I'm seeing you here on charges of domestic violence assault. Ma'am, if I release you, will you go to court on June 30th? Okay. Then I'm going to release you, ma'am. You'll have court on June 30th at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Miller. That's in Pima County Justice Court. And with that, ma'am, you are excused.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your name, please?
Miguel Armando.
All right. I'm seeing you on charges of domestic violence assault and domestic violence disorderly conduct.
I got one too.
These are charges out of Pima County Justice Court. Give me 1 second, sir, to review what pretrial said again.
Sure thing.
All right. There's also allegations, sir, that you were on probation for an assault charge. All right, sir, on these charges, I'm going to hold you on a $1,000 cash and secured bond. Set court for June 2nd at 1 p.m. in front of Judge Pesquera. And I'm going to appoint, let's see, Peter Gutierrez to represent you, sir. I'm also going to order, sir, no contact with the alleged victim, and you may not go back to her residence or workplace.
That's my residence, though, sir.
Okay, you can't go back there if she's living there, sir. If she's living somewhere else and you post bond, you may return there, but if she's living there right now, you may not return there. You can discuss this with Judge Pesquera tomorrow, but I don't have the legal authority to evict her.
No, okay, yeah. Okay.
So right now, if she's living there, sir, you can't go back there if you post bond. And with that, sir,
Right.
you're excused.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay, thanks. Your name, please, sir.
Ezekiel Weaver.
All right, Mr. Weaver. Sir, I am seeing you on charges from Marana City Court. These are charges of shoplifting and resisting arrest. Sir, I'm going to hold you on a $500 cash or secured bond. Order Janet Altschiller to represent you. Set court for June 3rd at noon in Marana City Court. I'm going to also order, sir, that if you post bond, you may not go back to the incident location. And with that, sir, you are excused. Your name, please, sir.
Patrick Bove.
Mr. Bove, I'm sending you in city court charges. This is charges of criminal trespass, resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, and obstructing a highway or public thoroughfare. I'm going to hold you, sir, on a $500 cash and secured bond. Order not to go back to the incident location. Appoint the city PD to represent you, sir. Set court for June 9th at 1 p.m. And order an enter plea of not guilty on your behalf, sir.
What does that mean?
Which part of it, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry. The last part, sir.
Enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf?
Yes.
Means I'm pleading you not guilty to these charges.
Okay, do I have to stay or can I be released today?
So I'm holding you on a $500 cash or secured bond. If you post a bond, sir, you can be released. You can't go back to the incident location.
Okay, thank you.
You're excused.
I got my phone.
Sorry about that, interpreter. We had a
Oh, no, not a problem.
we had a victim call in after I released you.
No problem. We're here to help.
Your name, please, sir?
Addison Neil Hall.
Mr. Hall, this is time set for your initial appearance. We're going to go over your charges and conditions of release, but first, know that you are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. Mr. Hall, I see that you are currently in the Pima County Jail on other charges. I'm seeing you, sir, for city court charges on disorderly conduct, obstruction of a public highway or thoroughfare, disorderly conduct, and criminal trespass. Sir, I am going to set a non-transport review hearing. I'm going to release you on the city court charges just so that you don't need to go to these hearings, sir. Appoint the city PD's office to represent you on those matters and set that non-transport review hearing for July 17th at 9 a.m. I'll also enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. And with that, sir, you are excused.
Your Honor.
Yep.
That's it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Got it? Your name, please, sir?
Ronald Lee Hatfield.
Mr. Hatfield, I am seeing you on multiple failure to appear, sir, for shoplifting, criminal trespass, assault, as well as it looks like new charges for criminal trespass and possession of paraphernalia. So I'm going to hold you on a $1,000 cash or secured bond, set court for June 9th at 1:45 p.m. In front of Judge Hale. Order no contact with the victim of the assault and do not go back to any incident location where you've been trespassed from. Appoint the city PD's office to represent you, sir, and enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. And with that, sir, you are excused.
Head out that door.
Your name, please, ma'am.
Stephanie Ann Langenheim.
All right, Ms. Lingenheim, I'm seeing you on charges from Tucson City Court. These are charges, ma'am, of criminal trespass in the second degree. Ma'am, if I release you, will you promise not to have any contact with the victim or go to their residence?
I've been living there for 7 years, so I don't understand how it was trespassing. Like, we got into an argument, but like, I literally have been living there for 7 years. It's our house. Like, I don't understand.
Well, I can't,
Okay.
can't get into the facts right now, ma'am. And if you have a factual or legal defense, you can address that with Judge Million.
Okay.
The information I have right now, ma'am, is that, well, the information I can give you right now, ma'am, is that I cannot allow you to go back to this residence. Do you have belongings there you need?
I do. Like, all my belongings are there. Like, including like my purse and my wallet, my everything. Do I need to have the police escort me there?
I'll give you permission to go back one time with a law enforcement escort. Ma'am, I'm going to tell you that the information that I have on the interim complaint says that the alleged victim in this case says that you have no personal property at the residence.
Wow. Okay.
So do you have somewhere else you can stay for the time being?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll release you in conditions. You can't go back
Okay.
without
All right.
permission from Judge Million. May return one time with a law enforcement escort to get your personal belongings. You're gonna have court on July 7th at 1:30 p.m. May enter
Okay.
not guilty on your behalf, ma'am, and with that, you're excused.
Thank you.
I always forget that. Thank you. Thank you. Your name, please, ma'am?
Samantha Yesenia Lopez.
Ms. Lopez, this is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen on charges of assault in Tucson City Court. I'm going to go over your conditions of release in 1 minute, ma'am. However, I believe there is somebody on the phone who wanted to be heard. Sir, will you please state your name?
My name is Christopher Loudon.
Mr. Loudon, are you the alleged victim in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
What did you want the court to know, sir, prior to me imposing conditions of release on Ms. Lopez?
I honestly wanted you to know that I regret everything about the phone call. She honestly doesn't deserve this. She has never done this before. She has been battling an ear infection and she's been in a lot of pain for that. We haven't been able to seek medical help for her, and this has caused a lack of sleep. I feel sorry for wasting your time, but thank you for your time, sir.
Okay. Mr. Loudon, are you asking that she be allowed to return home and that you want contact with her?
Yes, sir, on both accounts.
Okay. Ms. Lopez, if I release you tonight, will you go to court on July 7th at 1:30 p.m.?
Yes, I will, sir.
All right, then I'm going to release you, ma'am. Go to court July 7th, 1:30 p.m. That will be in front of Judge Million, and I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. All right, ma'am?
Yes. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Loudon. You can
Thank you, sir.
You can be excused,
Goodbye.
sir. All right, I think interpreter, I think this is the case we need you for.
Okay, ready, Your Honor.
Sir, what's your name?
Jimmy Jonathan Vega Alvarez.
Jimmy Jonathan Vega Alvarez.
All right, and is there a victim present on the Vega Alvarez matter?
¿Hay una víctima presente en el caso de Vega Álvarez? ¿Hay una víctima que esté en el caso del señor Vega Álvarez?
Creo.
Sorry, there was someone who called in. They asked to be present. They told us they needed an interpreter. And now I have no control over my team's information here, but almost looking right now to make sure that we haven't missed something.
Yeah, no problem.
Mr. Vega Alvarez, while we're looking, this is the time set for your initial appearance. We're going to go over your charges and conditions of release. Before we do that, know that you are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. I'm seeing you, sir, on charges of domestic violence, disorderly conduct. 2 counts of that, sir.
Who?
Yes, sir.
Honor, does Mr. Vega need the interpreter or it was the
Well,
victim?
it was the victim,
Oh, okay.
but they are not present, and so if they appear again, I'll just let them know that this matter has been dealt with. Sorry about that.
No problem. I'll wait until you're finished with Mr. Vega, Your Honor,
Thank you very
in
much.
case the victim logs in.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Vega Alvarez, if I release you, sir, and order you not to return to the incident location, and the victim's residence and workplace, I will allow you to return once to pick up any required belongings, sir. Will you agree to that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm gonna release you, sir. You're gonna have court on July 7 at 1:30 p.m. I am gonna order, sir, no contact with either alleged victim in this case. Those are Viviel Jacinto, as well as Oscar Vega. Those are the 2 listed victims, sir. You can't have contact with either one of them while this case is pending, unless Judge Millian gives you permission to have contact with them. I'm also going to order that you do not go back to the incident location, that being your uncle's residence, or the residence where either victim is living. You may go back once with a law enforcement escort to pick up any required belongings. As I said, sir, the court is going to be July 7th in front of Judge Millian at 1:30 p.m.
1:30 p.m. Your Honor.
And enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf, and with that, sir, you are excused.
Thank you, sir.
All right, interpreter. Sorry and thank you.
Okay. No problem. You can have a good night. Interpreter will disconnect.
Thanks, sir.
Your name, please, sir.
Paul Nunez Jr.
All right. In jail, do we have all the felonies in the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time set for your initial appearance. We're going to go over your charges as well as conditions of release. Let me go over a few things first. You are all presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. Because you're here on felony charges, I'll be appointing you an attorney. You also have an attorney sitting next to you right now, Mr. Keesian, who's going to help you in these proceedings. The state's being represented by Ms. McElhennon. I'm sorry about that, Catherine. She is present over Microsoft Teams. I will listen to both counsel make arguments prior to imposing conditions of release. Last, I've also reviewed information from law enforcement as well as pretrial services. Mr. Nunez, I am seeing you, sir, on charges of criminal damage, aggravated assault, strangulation, and unlawful imprisonment, all domestic violence offenses. The state's asking for a $25,000 bond. Mr. Keeson, did you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm asking for release of pretrial services. Mr. Nunez has no prior felony convictions, no failure to appear history, no violent conviction history. He is a lifelong resident and is employed full-time. He's been employed there for about 5 years, so he does have long-standing connections to the community. He does have alternate housing available with his sister, who lives here in Tucson. He also has other family who reside here in Tucson as well, Your Honor. For that reason, I'm asking for release to pretrial services.
Thank you, counsel. Over defense objection, I'm going to impose the $25,000 bond requested by the state. I'm going to order no contact with the alleged victims. You may not go back to their residence or workplace if you do post bond, sir. I'm also going to order that you not possess firearms while this case is pending, and that you surrender any firearms in your possession or ownership to TPD or PCSO within 24 hours of your release. Sir, your next court date is going to be June 11th at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you, sir. Stay in touch with them. They'll tell you what to expect in the next 2 weeks. With that, sir, you're excused.
Thank you. Go ahead on that one. Okay. Pierce, James. See what that's.
Your name, please, sir.
Hi, Your Honor.
Your name, please, sir.
James Anthony Pierce.
Mr. Pierce, I am seeing you on charges of domestic violence, aggravated harassment, and domestic violence criminal damage. The state's asking for a $1,000 bond. Mr. Keeson, did you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor, but when Mr. Pierce came up, he indicated he had another question. May I answer his question really briefly? Thank you, Judge. I'm asking for release to pretrial services. Mr. Pierce has no violent convictions. It looks like the victim also does not object to Mr. Pierce's release from custody. Mr. Pierce has lived here pretty much his entire life. He has become recently homeless and he is unemployed, but he indicated some family and friend support other than the victim. And he was recently released from the hospital, Your Honor. For those reasons, I'm asking for release to pretrial services.
Thank you, Mr. Keeson. Mr. Pierce, I think the state's being generous with their request actually of $1,000. I do see in the record, and this could be incorrect, but the record I'm looking at is an allegation that Mr. Pierce, you have a prior conviction, a prior charge of aggravated assault, a prior conviction only of possession of a dangerous drug. Okay, thank you, Mr. Keeson. Now I understand your argument more. Regardless, I'm going to impose a $1,000 cash and secured bond, Mr. Pierce. I'm going to order no contact with the alleged victim. You may not go back to their residence or their workplace. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your next court date, sir, is June 11th at 1:30 p.m. And with that, sir, you are excused.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I suppose it's too early to ask for a bond reduction,
Too early, sir. Yes, sir.
pro se.
We'll send them back.
Can I get Peter Keller appointed for just this case?
I'm sorry, sir. What was that again?
Peter Keller's told me down the AI that you would represent me for this case.
Peter Keller?
Yes.
Well, I'm appointing the public defender's office right now, Mr. Pierce. I don't know the name Peter Keller. I think I do know that name. I think he's a private attorney. Is that right, sir?
Yes, sir. And he said he would put his name in for just my case.
So he didn't do that. If you discuss this with him, sir, he can certainly file a notice of appearance. Because he has not done that yet, I've appointed counsel to represent you, sir.
That's it.
Okay. Just I don't believe in it, but yeah, I gave it. But,
Your name, please, ma'am?
Monica Luna Rivera.
Ms. Rivera, I'm seeing you on charges of aggravated domestic violence. State, ma'am, is asking for a $1,000 bond. Mr. Keesing, did you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm asking for release to pretrial services. Ms. Rivera is a lifelong resident of Tucson. Although she's unemployed, she does get SSDI benefits that help her purchase food and make a living here. She does have alternate housing available with her cousin Veronica, and she is supposed to get some surgeries done soon. And so remaining in custody would be prohibitive for that purpose, Your Honor. For that reason, I'm asking for release to pretrial services.
In this case, again, I'm going to impose a $1,000 bond that the state requested. Order no contact with the alleged victim. You may not go back to their residence or workplace. I'm going to appoint the legal defender's office to represent you. Your next court date, ma'am, will be June 11th at 1:30 p.m. Please stay in touch with your attorney, ma'am, to understand what to expect in the next 2 weeks. And with that, ma'am, you are excused. Your name, please, sir.
Ricky Sanchez.
All right, Mr. Sanchez, there is an alleged victim who is on the Teams link, I believe. Sir, will you please announce and let the court know what you wanted to know?
Yes, sir. This is his older brother, Jose Hernandez. I just wanted to say that my brother, he has been doing really good since he has moved in with me for a little bit over a year. Today, it's just been really a hard fallout for him, and it was just a scuttle between me and the younger brother. And I'm just asking for for him to be released back to into my care, so I can continue to provide and help him to go through what he's been going through. He's been doing good. He's just got a job, and I just don't want him to to lose that. I want him to continue to moving forward on him.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Still a couple of things. Mr. Sanchez, I'm seeing you on charges for misdemeanor domestic violence assault, your brother being the alleged victim in this case. However, sir, I'm also seeing you on felony cases for a fugitive warrant out of Texas, sir. Took me a minute there. On this, sir, the state's asking that I hold you without the ability to post bond because there's an allegation you were on parole at the time of this warrant. Under Arizona state law, I need to do that, sir. So I'm going to hold you, sir, without the ability to post bond on the felony matter, as I'm legally required to do that. Your next court date for that, though, sir, is going to be on June 5th at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to appoint the legal defender's office to represent you in that fugitive matter. Now we turn back to the misdemeanor assault, sir. Give me 1 second, sir. So if I said a non-transfer review, then it's just going to be in the Texas, right? And then it's one thing if they have non-transfer review hearings because they're being held in jail, but the non-transfer review hearing when it's going to be in Texas doesn't make sense. I don't know what to do on that one.
So that's a who gives? Would you give him some money?
No, I'd be giving it to Molnar.
Okay, so what they would do is use her out there, and then they would I mean,
yeah, well, hold on, because I'm seeing this here, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Sanchez, I'm going to hold you on the misdemeanor matter on a $500 cash or secured bond. If you post that, sir, you're not going to be released. I'm not sure when Texas will get you, sir, but certainly not before June 5th. The reason I'm holding you, sir, over your brother's request and over your attorney's objection is to get you in front of a judge sooner than later, sir. That'll be on June 9th at 1:45 p.m. I'm gonna appoint the city PD's office to represent you on these misdemeanor matters, sir, okay? So you can post that bond, and let Texas deal with whatever they need to, or not post the bond, sir, and you'll be in the Pima County Jail until the city court case is resolved, all right, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, may I enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf on the misdemeanor matter, sir, and with that, you are excused, sir. Oh, hold on.
Yeah. Is he ready?
Your name, please, ma'am?
Adrian Rose Frias.
All right, Ms. Frias. Ma'am, I am seeing you on charges of possession of a narcotic drug and possession of paraphernalia. The state's asking that I uphold you on a $2,500 bond in lieu of no bond. And I'm sorry, is it Mr. Alster?
Yes, it is, Your Honor, and I need to correct that.
Okay.
She was on probation, not on release,
I was
so
gonna
it would
ask
not
that.
be in lieu of no bond.
Thank you, Mr. Alford. Okay. Ms. Frias, there's an allegation you were on probation in Arizona. Had you been on release for a felony, the state could ask for no bond because there's allegations you were on probation. They cannot. They're still asking for that bond though. Mr. Alford, my inclination is to release Ms. Frias to pretrial services. I understand that would be over your objection. And to set a steps screening date if Ms. Frias would like me to. Understanding that, of course, it will be up to the CA's office whether or not she's eligible for the STEPS program. Ms. Frias, have you heard of the STEPS program, ma'am?
Yes.
Do you want to see if you can be considered for it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to do a STEPS screening on June 8th at 9 a.m. Mr. Alster, before I impose conditions of release, do you want to be heard further in terms of your bond request, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Oh,
She does have a probation hold.
I thought there was no hold. I hadn't looked at that. I looked at it about an hour ago. Did they put a hold on her jail?
The jail is indicating there is a hold.
Okay, the pretrial report says there's no hold. Well, that changes my inclination then. Ms. Frias, with that probation hold, I'm not going to release you because then you wouldn't be getting time credit for your current jail sentence. I'm going to hold you on a $500 cash as secured bond. Still set that step screening for June 8th, but set a preliminary hearing for June 11th, ma'am. I would suggest you not posting that bond because again, if you do, you're just going to be sitting in the jail until probation talks to you and likely long after that, ma'am. You'll have to deal with those felony charges before the probation hold is lifted, unless of course other things happen. But stay in touch with your attorney to know what to expect with regards to both these matters, sir, ma'am. All right. With that, ma'am, you are excused.
My apologies, Judge. I missed which office was appointed to represent Ms. Sierras. Yes.
Close the door. Close the door.
Are you Mr. Villa Estrada?
Yes. Rogelio P. Estrada.
Mr. Villa Estrada, this is the time set for your initial appearance. You are being seen, sir, on charges of failing to comply with a court order. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. So, sir, I'm going to release you on your promise to appear. I am not going to order no contact with the alleged victim because there's already an order of protection. An order of protection against you with the alleged victim.
Yeah, I'm totally down.
It's a little bit confusing to the court, sir, because the alleged victim in this case has told this court that they want contact with you, but there's an order of protection out that says you cannot have contact with them. So legally, sir, you can't have contact with them. That's why you're here right now, because there's an allegation that you have violated that order of protection. So I'll release you, sir, to go to court in Ajo Justice Court on June 16th at 9 a.m. on these charges. Be advised, though, sir, that if you do have contact with the alleged victim in this case again, you might be brought back into jail for violating a court order, okay?
Oh,
All right, sir. With that, then you are excused.
thank you.
Your name, please, sir?
Justin Reed Burr.
Mr. Burr, I am seeing you on some city court charges. Sir, these are charges of shoplifting. I know that you're in the jail on other charges, sir. I'm going to set a non-transport review hearing for July 17th at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Klotz. I'm going to release you on the city court case, sir, not to be cruel, but just so that you don't need to appear at that hearing if you're still in custody. I'm going to appoint the city PD's office to represent you, and I'm going to consolidate, sir, these new charges with CM 23022227 and CM 23034156. Give me 1 second, sir. I'm going to vacate, sir, your city court hearing date of June 12th at 9 a.m. Sir, let me enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. And with that, sir, you are excused. Thank you, Mr. Baker. Chris, were you here the whole time?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. So I didn't see your name on the bubbles, so I called pretrial services the state. Sorry about that, pretrial.
Oh,
And Chris.
that's okay.
Name, please, sir. Sir, you Mr. Mackley?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Mackley, I'm seeing you on some city court charges. Sir, I know you're in the jail on felony charges. So for the city court charges, sir, I'm going to set a non-transport review hearing for July 7th at 9 a.m. Appoint the city PD's office to represent you and enter pleas of not guilty on these new charges of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree. Sir, I'm going to release you on the city court charges, not to be cruel, sir, just so that you can not have to concern yourself with the city court case until your attorney tells you to. I'm going to appoint the city PD's office to represent you. I'm going to consolidate these new charges, sir, with CM 25043244 and CM 26018925. I'm going to vacate your June 9th hearing in city court, sir. And with that, sir, you are excused. All right, that's it, jail. That's it, everybody. Thank you.
felony alleged on or about May the 24th of 2024. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office and setting 2 court dates for you. The first is status conference, June the 8th of 2026. The second, June the 10th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the Downtown Superior Court Complex. Sir, under the Arizona Constitution, you're eligible for bail. I'm setting your bail at $5,000. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, you'll be released. If you are released, I'm ordering pretrial supervision with the mandatory alcohol testing and monitoring. Additionally, if you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
It's okay if I can purchase my own attorney?
You may hire your own attorney at any time. You have the right to do that. However, based on the determination of indigency, I have appointed the Public Defender's Office. But of course, you retain the right to hire counsel at any time if you wish to do so.
Okay.
Anything else, sir?
That's pretty much it.
Thank you very much. Number 43 on the calendar, Corey Smith to the podium, please. Number 27 on the calendar, Kirk Ashley to the chair, please. And good evening, Ms. Smith. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Corey Smith, 12/31/1985.
Thank you. We're here today on a bench warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court. The date of the bench warrant is April the 23rd of 2026 for a failure to appear. Given the bench warrant, I am affirming the appointment of your existing counsel. I'm setting 2 court dates. The first is June the 8th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning. The second is June the 10th of 2026, 8:30 in the morning. Both of those are at the Downtown Superior Court Complex. Ma'am, under the Arizona Constitution, you are eligible for bail. Therefore, I'm setting your bail at $1,000. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, you'll be released. If you are released, do not return to the scene of the alleged crime. Do not have any victim contact. Do not possess weapons. Do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription. Do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I do. So I was extradited from Graham County this morning, and I actually have court with them tomorrow. So what would happen with that?
It is your responsibility to get in contact with the appropriate court agency to inform them about any issues with getting to court to see if you can modify the scheduling order. If you have counsel in Graham County, please do get in contact with them. I have ordered that you be held on bail. So if you post bail, you'll be released on this matter subject to release conditions. If you do not post bail, you remain held in Maricopa County on these charges.
Okay, and so you said that you were going to appoint me an attorney?
I'm
Public
affirming the
defender?
appointment of your existing attorney.
Oh, I do have an attorney. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
Thank you
No,
very
I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Just a moment, Mr. Ashley. Thank you for your patience. Numbers 29 and 30, Vanessa Martinez to the chair, please. All right, thank you, Mr. Ashley. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Kirk Roy Ashley, June 20th, 1969.
Thank you, sir. We're here today on an arrest warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court. This arises out of a direct complaint accusing you of 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony alleged on or about June the 3rd of 2025. I'm appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you and setting 2 court dates for you. The first is a status conference on June the 8th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the Downtown Superior Court Complex. The second is June the 10th of 2026, 8:30 in the morning at the Downtown Superior Court Complex. Sir, under the Arizona Constitution, you are eligible for bail. Therefore, I'm setting your bail at $1,000. That is a secured appearance bond. Please talk to counsel about whether or not it's worthwhile to try and post that given the hold from the Department of Corrections. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
When did it say the alleged offense took place?
June the 3rd of 2025.
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir. Numbers 29 and 30 on the calendar. Vanessa Martinez to the podium, please. Number 25 on the calendar, Augustin Torres to the chair, please. And good evening, Ms. Martinez. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Vanessa Martinez, 11/10/1980.
Thank you. We're here today on two cases. The first is a new case from Maricopa County Superior Court. The second is a probation violation warrant from Maricopa County Superior Court. As to the probation violation matter, the Adult Probation Department has filed a petition to revoke your probation, alleging that you have violated terms 3, 5, and 15 of probation. As to the newest case, there is one charge alleged of criminal trespass in the first degree, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause as to both of your cases, but I'm appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'm also setting court dates for June the 8th and 10th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the Downtown Superior Court Complex. As to release conditions on your new case, I'm setting your bail at $1,000 on your probation violation matter, $250 for a grand total of $1,250. That is a secured appearance bond. Then if you post bond, you'll be released. If you are released, do not return to the scene of any alleged crime. Do not possess any weapons. Do not possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. Do not possess or consume any alcohol. Do not have victim contact, and contact your probation officer within 72 hours of being released. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. Do you have any questions for me? Thank you very much. You may step to your left. Number 25 on the calendar, Augustin Torres to the podium, please. Number 45 on the calendar, Andrew McWilliams to the chair, please. And good evening, Mr. Torres. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Augustine Torres, 11/26/1988.
Thank you, sir. We're here today on an arrest warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court. This is a direct complaint warrant alleging two counts. The first, possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. The second, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, alleged on or about January the 29th of 2026. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you and setting two court dates for June the 8th and 10th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the Downtown Superior Court Complex. Sir, under the Arizona Constitution, you are eligible for bail. Therefore, I'm setting your bail at $1,000. That is a secured appearance bond. Please do talk to counsel, though, given that there may be a hold from the Department of Corrections. So please do talk to counsel about whether or not it's worthwhile to try and post that. Other release conditions will be in writing that you'll receive, sir. Do you have any questions?
No.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm going to take a quick pause. Set. Short. Number 24. What about it? Okay. Make markings separately, but if you don't. Yeah, it depends on what docket they pop it on. Okay. Good. It comes onto our docket if we're still rolling at that time. I mean, if it's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to come back to 45 McWilliams. We'll move now to 37 on the calendar. Daniel Berger to the podium, please. Number 48 on the calendar, Craig Kelber to the chair, please. Good evening, Mr. Berger. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Daniel Berger, birthday 11/2/85.
Thank you, sir. We're here today on a bench warrant from Maricopa County Superior Court. This is a failure to appear warrant dated May the 20th of 2026. I am affirming the appointment of your existing counsel and setting two court dates for June the 8th and 10th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the downtown Superior Court complex. I'm also affirming the bond amount already set in the warrant. That is $500. That's a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, so you be released. If you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive, sir. Do you have any questions?
No, something like an hour worth?
Correct. I'm holding you on bail. So if you post bail, you'll be released. If you do not post bail, you'll be held in custody pending your court date, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Come on, let's look. Number 48, Craig Kelber, to the podium, please. Number 20, Joshua Weedman, to the chair, please. Good evening, Mr. Kelber. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Craig James Kelber, December 6, 1998.
Thank you. We're here today on a probation violation warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court. The Adult Probation Department alleges that you have violated terms 4, 5, and 15 of probation and a petition to revoke your probation. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you and setting court dates, a court date, I should say, on June the 8th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning for a combined probation revocation arraignment and disposition hearing. I'm setting your bail at $500. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, so you'll be released.
Okay.
If you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Contact your probation officer within 72 hours of being released. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Moving now to number 20 on the calendar, Joshua Weedman, to the podium, please. Number 35 on the calendar, Marcus Lane, to the chair, please. And good evening, Mr. Weedman. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Joshua Levi Whiteman, and then 5/23/07.
Okay, Weidman. All right. All right, Mr. Weidman. We have a new case out of the El Mirage Municipal Court. There are 3 charges alleged. The first is criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. The second is assault, a Class 1 misdemeanor. The third is assault, a Class 2 misdemeanor. And this is a reprint. I was not provided sufficient information to determine probable cause for the count of assault marked as a Class 1 misdemeanor. So here's what that means. Here's what that doesn't mean. That means that for today's purposes, that one count did not factor into my determination of release conditions. What it does not mean is that the prosecution still couldn't go forward if the prosecuting agency thought it had enough evidence to get a conviction against you. So the moral of the story is you still have to go to court. Okay. So for the record, I did find probable cause as to the remainder of the counts, the criminal damage and the Class 2 misdemeanor assault. I'm ordering that counsel be appointed to represent you at the next hearing, which is an arraignment on June the 8th of 2026 at 10 o'clock in the morning at the El Mirage Municipal Court. Sir, under the Arizona Constitution, you are eligible for bail. I'm setting your bail at $250. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, you'll be released. If you are released, do not have any victim contact. You may not reside at the same location as the alleged victim, nor go to the alleged victim's residence, even if you're an owner or a renter of that residence. In the event that you reside with any victim, you must find an alternative residence and bring proof of that to your next court date. In the event that you need to gather essential belongings from that residence, one civil standby with a law enforcement officer present is allowed. Also, do not possess weapons. Do not possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. Do not possess or consume any alcohol. You must obey the terms of any order of protection or injunction against harassment that is issued or to be issued and served upon you. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor. Thank
you very much. Please step to your left.
Yep.
Number 35 on the calendar, Marcus Lane, to the podium, please. Number 38, 39 on the calendar, Malia Bynum, to the chair, please.
Good evening, Your Honor.
And good evening, Mr. Lane. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Marcus Lane, January 15th, 1990.
Thank you very much. We're here today on a bench warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court dated February the 12th of 2026. This is on a failure to appear. There are 2 underlying counts of aggravated driving under the influence dated on or about June the 22nd of 2022. I am affirming the appointment of your existing counsel and setting 2 court dates. The first is a status conference on June the 8th of 2026, 8:30 in the morning. The second is a preliminary hearing on June the 10th of 2026, 8:30 in the morning at the Downtown Superior Court Complex. Under the Arizona Constitution, you are eligible for bail. I'm setting your bail at $500. That is a cash-only appearance bond. As noted, that's the amount already set in the warrant. If you post bail, you'll be released. If you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol, do not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I don't, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please step to your left. Number 3839 on the calendar, Malia Bynum to the podium, please. Number 28, Cameron Woodruff to the chair, please. Good evening, Ms. Bynum. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Malia Bynum, 08/25/1998.
Thank you. We're here today on 2 cases. The first is a new case out of Maricopa County Superior Court with 1 count of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony alleged. The second is a justice court warrant from the Arrowhead Justice Court. This is a bench warrant dated March the 12th of 2026 for a failure to appear. As to your newest case, well, first of all, I was not given sufficient information to determine probable cause for the count of possession of dangerous drugs, the class 4 felony. So here's what that means, and here's what that doesn't mean. For tonight's purposes and tonight's purposes only, it means that I'm going to release you on the newest case only. Okay. So what it doesn't mean is that the prosecution still can't go forward if the prosecution agency thinks it has enough evidence to get a conviction. Okay. So the moral of the story here is that you still have to go to court.
Okay, that's fine.
So I am going to appoint the public defender's office and set 2 court dates for you on the newest case for a status conference on June 16th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning. The second is June the 18th of 2026, 8:30 in the morning. Both of those are at the Downtown Superior Court Complex. If you fail to appear for a court date, a warrant will issue for your arrest on that case.
Okay.
As to your other case, though, I'm going to appoint counsel for you at the next hearing, or to be appointed at the next hearing, which is an arraignment on June the 4th of 2026, 8:30 a.m. at the Arrowhead Justice Court. I'm affirming the bond already set in the warrant. That's $545. That's a secured appearance bond. So if you post bond, you'll be released on that matter. If you are released on that matter, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written notice you're about to receive. Do you have any questions?
Yes. Does it mean like I have to sit in jail until I get bond?
If you post bail, you will be released. If you do not post bail, you remain in pretrial custody pending your court date, ma'am.
Okay. It's just because I have 2 kids that I take care of, and I don't have money like that to set a bond. So I don't know if there's like a way I can be OR'd, or how would that go?
I'm not inclined to release you on your own recognizance. Given the failure to appear, you have some concerns either about your willingness or ability to get to court. So I do believe that bond is appropriate to ensure court appearance in this case.
Okay.
So if you wish to seek review of the release conditions, you may do so by motion, but that'll be an issue for another day.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
Thank you very much. You may step to your left.
Thank you.
Number 28, Cameron Woodruff to the podium, please. Number 31, Andrew Sutton to the chair, please. And good evening, Mr. Woodruff. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Cameron Woodruff, September 21st, 1995.
Thank you. We're here today, sir, on a new case from the Buckeye Municipal Court. There are 2 charges alleged. The first is disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor. The second is criminal damage, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did determine probable cause. Given the nature of the allegations, I'm not appointing counsel. You may retain counsel at your own expense if you wish to do so. And this is a reprint. Just a moment, sir. Your next court date is an arraignment on June the 16th of 2026 at 2:00 p.m. at the Buckeye Municipal Court. Do you promise to appear?
Yes.
Based on your promise to appear, it's ordered releasing you on your own recognizance. If you fail to appear for a court date, a warrant will issue for your arrest. Additionally, as you are released, do not have any victim contact, do not reside at the same location as any alleged victim, and do not go to the alleged victim's residence, even if you're an owner or renter of that residence. In the event that you reside with any alleged victim, you must find alternative residence to bring proof of that to your next court date. In the event that you need to gather essential belongings from that residence, one civil standby with a law enforcement officer present is allowed. Additionally, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing in the release orders you're about to receive. And officer, we'll need to have a keep away because the other party in this case is later on the calendar. So we'll need to do a keep away because there's no victim contact, and they're going to be exclusive. So yeah. Well, keep away from number 34.
Okay.
And 34 will have a keep away from Mr. Woodruff. And so I don't know if that means the releases have to be scheduled differently or not, but just for your information, okay? All right. Like I said, sir, other release conditions will be in writing that you'll receive. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
No.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Number 31 on the calendar, Andrew Sutton to the podium, please. Number 47 on the calendar, Trey Still to the chair, please. Do we have Sutton? And good evening, Mr. Sutton. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Andrew Sutton, 1703.
Thank you. We're here today on a new case from the Maricopa County Superior Court. There are two charges alleged. The first is possession of narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony. The second is criminal trespass in the third degree, a class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause, and I'm appointing the public defender's office to represent you. I am setting two court dates for you. The first is June the 16th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning. The second is June the 18th of 2026, also at 8:30 in the morning at the downtown Superior Court complex. Do you promise to appear?
All right.
Sorry?
That's all right.
All right. So you're going to go to your court date?
Yeah.
Okay. So based on your promise to appear, it's sort of releasing you on your own recognizance. If you fail to appear for a court date, a warrant will issue for your arrest. Additionally, as you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription. This is a reprint. Do not return to the scene of the alleged crime. Do not possess or consume alcohol. Do not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Other release conditions will be in writing that you'll receive. We're going to have those reprinted out for you. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
Since I got a bond set for my trespassing one, I'd still have to stay in.
You're staying on the city, is that out of Phoenix?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, so I can do one of two things. If you want the existing OR release order in place on this case, I can just affirm that. Otherwise, sometimes people want it for time credit purposes, a nominal bond. So if you would prefer, I can do a nominal bond, and you can just pay that when you're ready, depending on what the disposition is on the City of Phoenix case. Do you have any idea what you want to do?
I don't.
You don't? Okay, I'm just going to affirm the OR release. If you want to seek modification of the release conditions, please do talk to counsel for information on any motions that may be appropriate there. Okay, sir?
All right.
All right, thank you. Number 47 on the calendar, Trey Still to the podium, please. Number 34 on the calendar, Ariana Woodruff to the chair, please. Good evening, Mr. Still. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
My name is Trey Nathan Still, and my date of birth is September 29th, 1996.
Thank you, sir. We're here today on a new case from the Maricopa County Superior Court. There are 3 charges alleged. The first, possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. The second, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. The third, tampering with physical evidence, a Class 6 felony. It's not provided with sufficient information to determine probable cause for any of these 3 counts on this matter. So here's what that means and here's what that doesn't mean. For tonight's purposes, it means that I'm going to release you on this matter. What it does not mean is that the prosecution still can go forward if the prosecuting agency thought it had enough evidence to get it convicted against you. So the moral of the story, sir, is that you still have to go to court, okay? So I'm going to appoint you the public defender's office and set 2 court dates for you. The first is June the 16th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning. The second is June the 18th of 2026, also at 8:30 in the morning. Both of those are at the downtown Superior Court complex. If you fail to appear for a court date, a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
No, sir.
Thank you very much. Number 34 on the calendar, Ariana Woodruff to the podium, please. And then I'll have to take a quick pause to do some edits on our last 2. All right. All right. Good evening, Ms. Woodruff. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Ariana Woodruff, 22396.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We're here today on a new case out of the White Tank Justice Court. There are 4 charges alleged. The first 2 are assault. The first alleged as a Class 1 misdemeanor. The second alleged as a Class 2 misdemeanor. There are also 2 charges alleged of disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did determine probable cause. Given the nature of the allegations, I'm not appointing counsel. You may retain counsel at your own expense if you wish to do so. Your next hearing is an arraignment at the White Tank Justice Court on June the 16th of 2026. That's at 9:30 in the morning. Do you promise to appear?
I promise, Your Honor.
Based on your promise to appear, it's sort of releasing you on your own recognizance. And do edits on this, it didn't save it. Just a moment. Thank you for your patience.
You're okay.
All right, ma'am. As you are released, you must follow additional release conditions to include do not have any victim contact. You may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim nor go to the alleged victim's residence, even if you're an owner or renter of that residence. In the event that you reside with any alleged victim, you must find an alternative residence and bring proof of that to your next court date. In the event that you need to gather essential belongings from that residence, one civil standby with a law enforcement officer is allowed. Additionally, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. You must obey the terms of any order of protection or injunction against harassment that is currently issued or to be issued and served upon you. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. Do you have any questions for me, ma'am?
No, I think, like you said, at our next court date, we'll be able to talk more about the case, right? So,
If you have questions as to the
Yeah.
merits of the case,
Yeah.
that's really a matter for the Justice Court.
Okay, but
Likewise, you're well within your rights to retain counsel at your own expense if you wish to do so. So it sounds like we have some questions best suited for counsel, ma'am.
Yeah, I think so. So I'm good. Thank you for your time, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much. You may step to your left. Oh, right, yeah. We have the reprint for Ms. Woodruff. Officer. Officer, we have is that for Woodruff? Okay. For Ariana Woodruff, it's the reprint because the last one was blank on release conditions. Okay. Yeah, for some reason I just didn't save it. So I had to do a quick edit. All right, we'll take a quick pause. reprint on 14 McWilliams. And then we'll call Mr. McWilliams to the podium, please. All right, good evening, Mr. McWilliams, and thank you for your patience. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Andrew McWilliams at 9392.
Thank you. We're here today on a new case from the Arrowhead Justice Court. There's one charge alleged of criminal trespass in third degree, a class 3 misdemeanor. I did determine probable, and here's another edit coming your way. I did determine probable cause. Given the nature of the allegations, I'm not appointing counsel. You may retain counsel at your own expense if you wish to do so. I am setting an arraignment hearing for you for June the 16th of 2026 at 2:00 p.m. at the Arrowhead Justice Court. Do you promise to appear?
Yes.
Based on your promise to appear, sort of releasing you on your own recognizance. If you fail to appear for a court date, a warrant will issue for your arrest. Additionally, as you are released, you must follow terms of release, including do not return to the scene of the alleged crime, do not have any victim contact, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders that you are about to receive, sir. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right, thank you very much. You may step to your left. All right, let's clear the gallery. Thank you. Just taking a quick look at this. We'll now call number 5, Michael Corbin, to the podium, please. And thank you for your patience, Mr. Corbin. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Michael Corbin, 8/13/1964.
Thank you, sir. We're here today on an out-of-county warrant from the Coconino County Superior Court. It appears that a warrant was issued for your arrest on a probation violation matter. The date of the warrant is May the 21st of 2026. I'm ordering that counsel be appointed to represent you at your next hearing, which is an arraignment on June the 4th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the Coconino County Superior Court. At this time, I'm ordering that you be held without bail pursuant to Arizona Rule of Criminal Procedure 7.2C. Do you have any questions, sir?
Yes, sir. Is there any possibility of a release on bail or ROR? My concern is that the court proceedings can take some time. Today is the 1st of the month. Should the court release me and rule in my favor, today is the 1st of the month. My rent was due. If I do not, pay it, I could get evicted and lose my property. For that reason, on one other occasion, I transported myself to Coconino County. And under the supervision of probation, they told me to go, and I went and I appeared at my court date. So to just basically avoid what you might call catastrophe, when I have a reasonable expectation that I will be released by the court, that is based on just the fact that I was found to be in possession of a smartphone. And I could explain the reasons why to them. So based on those facts, is there any possibility that I could be released and then on my own recognizance, transfer myself to the court? I offer in support of this the fact that I have been living in Phoenix now, even though that my offense was out of Coconino. I have been living in Phoenix now successfully for 7 years, at the same job for 5 years, no probation violations other than this, and consistent housing, as I said before. I have a professional background. I'm responsible. In my former career, I was a scientist who had worked with NASA. So based on those facts, I would implore you, if it is at all possible, to allow me just to take care of my affairs here and then make the hearing in Coconino. As another relevant fact, I was sentenced to treatment programs here, which I've successfully completed over the past 5 or 6 years. And again, like I said, I understand it is not your primary concern, but under those circumstances, and again, as I say, to avoid a catastrophe, so on in my life circumstances, I would request that. And likewise, probation office here, my probation officer here down in Phoenix expressed interest of just changing I was on minimum probation status. I had graduated to that. And my probation officer expressed interest or willingness to just put me down on a lower level because of this violation.
Sir, thank you for your input and for your questions. The short answer, sir, is I'm not inclined to revisit the release conditions that I've said, because I do believe, and I have found that based on the alleged violation, that you will, in all reasonable probability, receive a sentence of imprisonment based on the alleged violation. So I do not believe that it is appropriate, regardless of those findings, to admit you to bail or release you on your own recognizance. So I'm going to affirm the denial of bail for this time. If you wish to seek review of these release conditions or the denial of bail, you may take that up with the Coconino County Superior Court, but that will be an issue for another day, sir. Any other questions, sir?
Could you review any more of the conditions of my violation?
I'm sorry, sir?
The violation. I was in possession of equipment like a smartphone.
Understood, sir. That'll be an issue to take up before the Coconino County Superior Court. Anything else, sir?
Why was your impression that it would be imprisonment?
Given the nature of the charges, the fact that it's an inter-county probation violation warrant, the extraordinary risk of flight, the impracticability of electronic monitoring as required by statute on an inter-county basis, and the risk of flight, I believe it's likely that you'll, if found in violation, you'll receive a sentence of imprisonment and be revoked to the Department of Corrections. So on that basis, I'm ordering that you be held without bail, sir. Thank you very much. This will conclude the initial appearance.
Thank you.
We'll now proceed with the house call matter for number 33, Stephen Kirkham, date of birth 2/10/1988. Mr. Kirkham is not here present in the courtroom. The note given from the sheriff's office is that Mr. Kirkham was unable to function. We'll proceed in absentia for the time being. With initial appearance on a probation violation warrant from Maricopa County Superior Court, the adult probation department alleges violations of terms 3 and 5 of probation and a petition to revoke probation. I am appointing the public defender's office and setting a court date for June the 8th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the downtown Superior Court complex, setting bail at $250 with other release conditions in writing that will be provided to Mr. Kirkham at the Southside initial appearance that will take place immediately after the conclusion of the 8 o'clock calendar. If there are any changes to the release orders, they'll be reflected on the written orders, not on the audio visual feed here. That will adjourn number 33 on the calendar, Stephen Kirkham. That'll also bring us to the end of the 8 o'clock p.m. initial appearance calendar for June the 1st of 2026. We'll stand at recess.
All right.
Please be seated. Good evening. This is the 11 p.m. initial appearance hearing calendar for June 1st, 2026. The court's orders for taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of the month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you just heard in the recording, this is a very specific type of hearing. I will tell you why you are here, if an attorney has been appointed for you, when and where your next court hearing will be, if you are eligible for release, what your release conditions are, and any bond amount required. I will not read all the release conditions to each of you. They are your responsibility to review, but I may point out a few depending on your case. You're all here today on criminal matters, which means you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do may be held against you. This hearing is being recorded. It is also being broadcast live. There may be victims watching the live feed, so I will read the victim rights advisement, and then we'll begin with your hearings. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law, that among others include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. We'll now begin your hearings, and I'll call you in one at a time. When it is your turn, please come to the podium in the center of the room and say your name and date of birth. I will call a second person's name to have a seat right there in the chairs by the door. That way we can move quickly. When your hearing is finished, you'll be provided with paperwork that has all the information I'm about to give you, as well as the date, time, location, your attorney's phone number, and those release conditions that you need to review. Hold on to the paperwork. It is important for you. We'll begin today with Joshua Scalziti. Please come to the podium. And then Timothy Sopko, have a seat in the chairs by the door. Good evening. Please say your name and date of birth.
I am Joshua Scalziti. I was born on 01/06/2000.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. It was alleged that you committed aggravated assault as a Class 3 felony, unlawful imprisonment as a Class 6 felony, and then assault as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on June 8th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release under Arizona law. There is a cash-only appearance bond of $50,000 set for you today with electronic monitoring, so you would need to let pretrial services know about any work commitments or obligations that you have if you post bond. You are not to have any contact with the alleged victim, and that's any physical or any other type of contact. Even if they reach out to you, just ignore them until the next hearing date, or it may result in additional charges of aggravated harassment. Then you would not be eligible for bond going forward. You're also not to possess any weapons, possess or consume any alcohol, drugs without a valid prescription. If an order of protection is served on you, be sure to comply with that court order. If you are not able to post your bond, you will stay in custody and be transported to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir. Timothy Sopko, please come to the podium. Juan Vasquez, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Timothy Sopko, 4/11/1954.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case alleging aggravated assault, domestic violence, impeding breathing, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on June 8th at 8:30 in the morning. Under Arizona law, you are eligible for release. It is under a $25,000 secured appearance bond. You would have electronic monitoring that limits where and when you can go places. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainant. I do understand that that is your residence, and so one civil standby has been included. Let me see if that's in there. It was not. So we're going to have to reprint. That is my error. So one civil standby is included, which means that you may ask law enforcement to escort you one time to get necessary things like medication, identification, or clothing. You're not to possess any weapons, possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. If an order of protection is served on you, you need to comply with that court order. All of this information is on your paperwork, including your attorney's phone number. And they'll give you your paperwork in just a moment. Please go ahead and have a seat. Thank you, sir. Okay. Juan Vasquez, please come to the podium. Coderick Butler, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Juan Carlos Vasquez, Jr. Vasquez with a Z, date of birth 01/09/1992.
Thank you, sir. And that is how we have it in our system as well. You're here today because of a grand jury warrant. It's alleged that in July of last year, you may have committed having dangerous drugs in your possession as a Class 4 felony, taking prohibited articles into jail as a Class 5 felony, and then drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. So the grand jury found probable cause. This court is appointing an attorney for you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on June 9th at 8:30 in the morning, and you have a $2,500 secured appearance bond. I did also notice that you have a probation court date on June 3rd, so I just made sure to note that as well. So while you're in custody, you'll be transported to the hearings. If you're able to bond out, make sure you take yourself to those hearings and call your probation officer. If you're able to be released, follow your terms of probation. Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. It still didn't? Okay, let me do that again. Okay. We are having technical issues. So, okay. Is it saved now? Okay. We do need to reprint Mr. Sopko's orders one more time. It seems like it kept trying to choose if he could have an attorney or a restriction. Now I think we have both. So nothing has changed from what I said orally. It just didn't print out right. So. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone, for being on the ball. Coderick Butler, please come to the podium. William Foreman, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Coderick Butler, March 20th, 1985.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case alleging aggravated assault as a Class 3 felony. This court found probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 8th at 8:30 in the morning. You do have a $500 secured appearance bond with pretrial services. If you're able to post that bond, make sure you give pretrial services a call within 72 hours. It's a little bit like a probation where they monitor you until you go to your next hearing. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged complainant or witnesses. You're also not to have any drugs without a valid prescription or possess or consume any alcohol. If an order of protection or injunction against harassment is served on you by that healthcare facility, make sure to comply with that court order. All right, this is all written out on your paperwork, including your attorney's phone number. Please take your paperwork, sir. William Foreman, please come to the podium. Crystal Ojeda, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
William Foreman, 6/28 of 1982.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on 3 matters. The first one is a new case alleging you had narcotic drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony, and that you were criminally trespassing, and that's alleged as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 16th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released under the supervision of your probation officer, and you do have restrictions and conditions on your release. Do not return to the scene of the alleged crime. Do not possess any weapons. It's the same terms and conditions that you would have in probation, so call your probation officer within 72 hours of release. Your other 2 matters that you have here today are your 2 probation cases. I did review them both, and so you do have new Term 1 allegations in your probation cases, but you are going to be released again under the supervision of your probation officer. So in both of those, you have an attorney appointed. Your probation hearing is sooner. It's June 8th. So make sure that after you're released in a few hours from now, you give your probation officer a call and let them know about your 2 hearing dates. The one on the 8th is your probation hearing, and then the one on the 16th is your new matter. Go to your 2 hearings and follow your probation conditions. All right, please take your paperwork, sir.
Thank you.
Crystal Ojeda, please come to the podium. Kristen Moore, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Crystal Ojeda, 12/31/1996.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on 3 matters. The first one's a new case alleging that you had narcotic drugs in your possession. This is a Class 4 felony. This court did not find probable cause on this allegation. However, that doesn't mean that it's dismissed. So an attorney has been appointed for you, and your next hearing date is June 16th at 8:30 in the morning. On this new matter, though, you're going to be released without release conditions because there was no probable cause found. Your other 2 matters, though, you do have still pending. One is a municipal court warrant alleging disorderly conduct. You are going to be released on your promise to go get this taken care of. Your next hearing is at Peoria Municipal Court, June 22nd, 9 in the morning. I've included their phone number for you so you can call and sort this out. The warrant is still outstanding until you sort it out with Peoria.
Okay.
And then Crystal, let's see, the last one is a probation violation warrant. This one was alleging that you violated terms 3 and 5. So basically you didn't have contact, that you weren't living in a place that they approved, but you don't have any reinstatements on your probation yet. And I did see that you had been in contact with your probation officer. So again, an attorney is appointed. Your next hearing date will be June 8th. That's the soonest one for your probation case.
Okay.
Make sure you go to that. So in a few hours when you are released, call your probation officer. Let them know about your 3 hearing dates. You have one on the 8th, you have one on the 22nd, and then you have one on the 16th. So 8th, 16th, 22nd. Hold on to that paperwork so that you make sure you go to all your hearings.
Okay.
All right, please take your paperwork, ma'am. Kristen Moore, please come to the podium. Amand Ellis, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Kristen Moore, 8/9/91.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a new case alleging you had dangerous drugs in your possession. That's a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia. That's a Class 6 felony. This court found probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 16th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released on your promise to go to the hearing and get this taken care of. All right. They'll give you your paperwork in just a moment. Go ahead and take a seat.
Thank you, ma'am.
Amand Ellis, please come to the podium. Dion Nez, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Amand Ellis. Oh, August 1st, 2004. I'm sorry.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new municipal court case. It is alleged you may have caused or committed assault and disorderly conduct. They're both alleged as misdemeanors. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you because it appears to be a domestic violence matter. Your next hearing is at the Goodyear Municipal Court on June 17th at 1 in the afternoon. You are going to be released today on your promise to go to the hearing and follow the release conditions. Your release conditions are you're not to have any physical contact with the alleged victim. Also, you shouldn't possess any weapons, drugs without a valid prescription, or possess or consume alcohol. If the alleged victim decides to get an order of protection and that is served on you, you will need to comply with that order of protection. But as of right now, there's no orders that you may not go home. All right, please take your paperwork. Dion Nez, please come to the podium, and then we'll have Jose Hunter have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Dion Diego Nez, 8/24/1992.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a justice court warrant. It is alleged that you did not appear for your driving without a valid license allegation. So you got cited, but then you didn't go to your court hearing. So no attorney has been appointed for you. You can hire one or represent yourself. Your next hearing is at the Dreamy Draw Justice Court, June 22nd, 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released today on your promise to go to that hearing, but you need to be aware, sir, this warrant is still outstanding. So you can call them and try to sort it out, but make sure you go to that hearing.
What date was that?
June 22nd at 8:30 in the morning. So that is on a Monday in 2 weeks.
I won't be able to make that because I'm currently in for 23 days right now. I'm going to be released on the 23rd. Best I can do is 24th and 25th.
So I can't change the court dates for you, but what I can do is set a $50 bond to make sure you get transported there.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't realize that you were in custody.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are not. So let me just put that.
Yeah, that would help a lot.
Yeah. Okay, I am glad that you mentioned that, sir. So your court date will be June 4th because there's a $50 bond that will get you transported there. Don't pay that bond or they won't transport you.
Okay.
All right. And that should be printing in just a moment. If you just go ahead and have a seat, they'll bring it to you in just a moment.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I'm going to read in the house call. All right. So we do have two individuals we'll see as house call. The first one is Anthony Smith, and his date of birth is 11/18/1992. He's unable to function here on two matters. First one's a new case alleging criminal trespass first degree in a residential structure, classic felony. Court found probable cause, appointed an attorney, and his next hearing is June 8th at 8:30 in the morning. He does have a secured appearance bond of $250 on that matter with release conditions. And then he has a probation violation warrant because of the new term 1 probation violation. So attorney has been appointed. His next hearing is June 8th, 8:30 in the morning, and another $250 bond. So together that is a $500 secured appearance bond with regular standard conditions for someone on probation. The other individual is Henry Hernandez, date of birth 4/26/1988, also unable to function. He has a new case alleging burglary in the second degree, which is a class 3 felony, and then preventing or interfering with calling emergency services by telephone as a misdemeanor. An attorney has been appointed for him. His next hearing is June 8th at 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. He has a secured appearance bond of $25,000 with electronic monitoring and strict release conditions, including that he cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. And he must follow any order of protection or injunction against harassment. It is not my intention to return to this recording, so if there are any changes, they will be reflected on the written orders. At this time, we'll call Jose Hunter. Please come to the podium, Jose Hunter. Good evening. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jose Hunter, 5/28/1959.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a grand jury warrant. The grand jury found probable cause that in November of 2024, you failed to register as a sex offender. So an attorney has been appointed for you, and your next hearing is a not guilty arraignment hearing downtown Phoenix on June 9th at 8:30 in the morning. The grand jury set the bond. It is $5,000 secured, which means you can use a bonding company. If you're able to post your bond, make sure you go to your hearing. If not, you will stay in custody and be transported to
No,
your...
I'll be there.
Okay, great. All right, please take your paperwork, sir.
Well, thank you very kindly, ma'am.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
That's what it says. Okay, just making sure. Okay, that was our last matter for the evening. So at this time, the 11 p.m. initial appearance hearing calendar is in recess until 2 a.m.